What's up, guys? Got me a knife, and it's not a very big knife, is it? It's the wee Mote, M-O-T-E. So I'm calling it Mote. Is it Mote? I don't know. But this is the 205B. B for blue, I guess. Blue tie handle, gray stonewash. S35VN. It's a small knife. So I think we need to get that out of the way. Am I a big fan of small knives? It's not like I have an extensive collection of them, but I think, ooh, nice balance. I think they have their place. I think in everybody's collection, really. This is going to be a nice, lightweight, discreet carry knife. And the designer's Ostap Hel, so I'm surprised. Polish. And he's a knife maker in his own right. It's just he's done a lot of collabs. Real Steel, the G5 Metamorph, and the Kiradashi he did with Real Steel as well, which I thought was really cool. And I don't know why I don't have that anymore. I might have to go chase that again. But I mean, he's done a lot of different knives with different companies. This one is interesting. I got it and I bought it. By the way, I bought it because I like the design. I thought it was interesting, and it's so small, but I think it'd translate really well to a bigger version as well. If you want to make it 3.8-inch blade and 8.65 overall or whatever, that would go well as also. Backspacer's titanium as well, and it's a shiny titanium, which is interesting. They did that, but maybe just to match, the titanium hardware, which this is titanium hardware that matches. And of course, well, you can feel the hardened steel insert on the inside of here, and of course, blade on the inside of here. But once you go south of that, there's nothing here. I mean, there's no attraction here. So all the hardware, everything going on there is not magnetic. S35VN stonewashy blade. And, in typical fashion, I find wee knives to be really sharp right out of the box, and that one definitely is. Let's reach over and grab get out of here, boys. The shavings. And let's put it on the scale. 58.5 grams at, 2 ounces? 2.06. So, same as the Bug Out. The Bug Out's a bigger knife. Okay, Bug Out's a bigger knife. But this is titanium. This ain't G10. Now, here's the little FRN lightweight Para 3. And it looks big. It looks big compared to this. Hold on. I got this one I got my Franken knife. This is my steel wheel sedge that I took the gray one and the black one and swapped everything, so I've got a completely blacked out sedge. And then the gray one will have stainless satin. So I'm gonna dye the scales. I'm gonna do a G10 scales dyeing video here, not too long. I'm going to put a gray odium and Fahrenforge Stinger and some others, and we're gonna dye them. So that'll be coming up. But yeah, of course, this is a 9-inch knife. Crazy, Why am I even comparing? And how about the 223 Galleon design? So yeah, well, of course, that's a big knife too. Now, take the tape measure. 2.65-inch blade, if I can get it on there. Yeah, I mean, to the closest point on the bolster, which is around 67, 68 millimeters. 70 millimeters at 2 3/4 if you want to go down here to the beginning of that, where that choil area is. Overall, 6.125 at 15.5 centimeters. And I think you got 2.5 millimeter blade, and you got a 10.5 millimeter overall. That's 0.41 on the handle and 0.095, maybe 0.1, of an inch. So, come on, off of there. Yeah, you can drop this knife. It's okay. Blade design, blade to handle length, great, and overall design, nice. Okay, so take that into account. That's working well. Let me kick this out. Wow, that is a fairly strong detent. Okay, let's look. Yeah, blade to handle length, pretty dang good. And yeah, like I said, design, ergos are reasonable. It's a 3-finger knife for me in this way of carrying it. Reverse carry, well, since my pinky starts it out, I can still get part of my my index finger. So really reverse grip, yeah, I can get it. Why in God's green earth you're going to have this in a reverse grip, I have no idea. This particular knife. You've got jimping on top, and that's very tactile. Not sharp, but it's reasonably aggressive. Overall, I like the design. It's lightweight. It's well made. Fit and finish is good. Lockup's around 50% there. No blade play or lock rock. No shenanigans there. And of course, it's centered up. Not a problem there. Flipper tab is very muted and jimped. But it clicks right out. Let me see if I can fail it. Good luck with that. Nope. Yeah, it's real snappy. It's a pretty lightweight blade. Once it lets go, it kicks right open. This might be one where if you tend to put your fingers on the lock bar, you're probably going to hurt yourself a little bit by making it even more difficult to deploy. My natural grip on this, I'm sitting back here. I don't know why. I think it's the size of the knife being so small, but I tend to have my fingers way back. So I'm not really interfering with the lock bar, and that's a good thing. Internal, and we will take this apart, but internal blade stop, and I'm sure we've got ceramic bearings and all the goodies in there. Hardened steel insert, over travel stop, as you can see through here. Yeah, I mean, have you ever wondered, maybe I've seen them do the internal, for the lock bar to make that spring over, to do that on the inside of the lock bar instead of this outside. But it seems like most common it's like this on the outside. I don't find that overly unattractive, though. That's not a real big problem. Pocket clip's nice because in many cases they'll have a pocket clip somewhere, and then they'll have a screw in the back to go through and attach the scales and everything. In this case, they've got this screw doing double duty, and of course, I'm sure they've milled a little area in here, so no, you can't go left hand, but it makes this fairly deep carry, and it minimizes the amount of screws that you need on the knife. So that's a nice touch. That's a good decision. It doesn't look too busy with hardware. And they do a great job of, rounding all these corners and everything. It's just, it's really good. Probably one of the best, if not the best, production knives in China, from China to the U.S. I'm trying to think of a company I think does a much better job. I think We Knives has got it. Riot, yeah, they do some really nice stuff too. So Reich actually is in there too. But overall, for all the wide variety of everything that's done, you probably have to hand it to We. You probably have to hand it to them. And they do a lot of OEM stuff as well. So, yeah. Good looking knife. Let's see where my balance is on this. Okay, real easy there. Of course, super light. So a Gent carry. This isn't like the Bug Out. The Benchmade Bug Out, yeah, same weight, a little bit bigger knife. And, it's kind of made for roughy tufty because it's G10. It's not going to look beat up if you drop it on the ground, this and that. This, titanium scratches. So this is more like a, take it easy there. Gent carry, discreet carry, classy carry. But, if you're going for total gent classy, then you may want a satin, and you may not have wanted to stonewash this underneath. So, kind of a curious idea there. Oh, comes in a box. Inside the box comes a pouch. Inside the pouch comes some stickers and paperwork and microfiber cloth and 2 actual pouch areas, one there and one over here. So, that's nice. I mean, their pouches are nice quality as well. And this is their upper, even when you get the Civivi knives, they come with a pouch. Not as nice a pouch and not as nice a box necessarily. This one's not real structural, but it's not bad. It's pretty solid. But okay, this one's a rockin' $169. So, after if you get it on White Mountain, where are you? So then 169, you get on White Mountain at LTK is your discount code, so 10% off. That means that, you can use that for all knives, all product on White Mountain, by the way. And they don't charge tax right now that I'm aware of, or shipping. So it's free shipping. So this would make this about $152 all in. And there's some of your description stuff you can pause and read if you want. 59 to 61 on S35VN, supposedly. I haven't checked on this. We've checked other WE knives, and they've been in the green zone as far as acceptable Rockwells. Yeah, I don't know. It's not just because I'm a big Ostap Hel fan, necessarily. It's just for some reason, maybe his designs happen to appeal to me because I was paging through. There's a lot of WE knives I have not reviewed because I don't want to review them because I don't even like the look of them. And so, okay, I pick and choose. I don't care what brand it is. A lot of Benchmades I don't want to put in my hand because they're, so-so. Not excited enough to go buy them. And then same with Spyderco, even though I've got crap loads of Spyderco. They make a bunch of different models. So I can buy a bunch and still, not like half of them and still have a bunch. So, that's the way it is with WE knives. And there's some I'm chasing now. Of course, the Mini Buster or Little Buster, whatever it's called. That Cinex collaboration, yes. And I do have the Odium around here somewhere, and they need to make that bigger. But, that was like the Malice. There was a Ferrum Forge design, and I like that as well. So, they've made a lot of stuff, both in the Civivi line and in the WE knife line that I really like. And so if you like small knives, or you just every once in a while want some kind of classy, lightweight gent carry, this might be a consideration. I can't give you a reason why you should not consider this. I don't think the price is out of line. I like almost everything about it. It may be a little late over the detamp ball, but all that means is you got to back up a little, and that flipper tab will still hit you in the thumb, and it's over it. But you just can't choke up on it like this. You got to get back, but it'll still hit you in the thumb. Even if the blade hits you, it probably won't cut you because it's so lightweight. So let's get our own dirt towel out, tore this apart. Let's see what we got. These will probably be number 8s because they've been doing that. See, even on a little knife, and yeah, they're doing number 8 even on the pocket clip. Isn't that crazy? So these are all number 8s. This can't be a number 8, can it? Oh, that's a number 8 as well. See? Why don't the others do this? It drives me crazy. Steel Will and Best Tech and a bunch of these others keep throwing these number 6s on there. I don't like it because I don't like the little teeny tines on a number 6. They're not as engaging as a number 8. And as you move up, these flutes are deeper and they make better contact. You can really round out the inside, especially of a titanium, with a number 6 if they're tiny. So the bigger, the better. The bigger, the better. But I think 8 is enough for a knife this small. 8's enough. 8 is enough. Isn't there a program like that? Here we go. Oh, yeah, I remember that kid. He was obnoxious. Bowl cut. Okay. Get here. Come on. Throw you out. Now, let's see what we got. We got a teeny tiny. Wow. That was nothing. Get over here. Get out of ratchet mode. Okay, let's pull this off. Obviously, there's a little bit of thread locker on there, as you can see. Pow! Just blew apart in my hands. What do we got? Oh, there's our little lanyard pin. Did I mention that? I really like the way they set that lanyard up because it didn't stick out the top of the knife. But and ceramic, yeah, ceramic bearings, not exactly in the orientation I like them, but I'm a freak about that. I tend to face them in towards the blade instead of out of the blade. And I don't know, it probably doesn't make a dime's worth of difference. So maybe that is an OCD move. It could be. Never really thought of myself as OCD. I'm certainly not a tidy freak. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look too shabby. Let's check this out. Remember how they were doing this to see? They've got a little milled out area, if you can see that, right there. And so on the underside of this, if you've seen more of these, then you're tired of me talking about it. But there's a milled out area there. And it matches up, and then it orients the We logo. And it only goes one way, folks, so you don't even really have to look. See, it sits on top of the scale a little bit. Move it, and then it drops. See, now it's in the groove. Okay, we got to disassemble. You know, it's not very difficult here. I guess we're going to start this way because we're putting this little sucker on here, and let's make sure we are, yeah, we are flush. And let's put enough lube to make sure we destroy any possible action we can get out of this knife. That's job well done. And so let's do it again. I mean, we might have spared and actually had a decent drop, except for that. And okay, so now I've got to put this little pin in here, and that is a righteous pain in the rump, isn't it? Okay, I think we're kind of sort of there, but wow. Yeah, well, maybe it's real groovy and cool to do that, but it's not as easy on the disassembly stuff. Okay, let's... Oh, that's way too much. Just my style, huh? Now let's kick this down. Oh, here we go. Are we there yet? We're close. And let's put this back in. Let's screw in the pivot just to kind of get things locked down a little bit. Okay, now we can breathe. And all I've got is this little tiny sucker body screw. Like yay. And pocket clip time. And I'm just going to put, I think I can just do, well, hell with it. Come here. Put that down. Okay. And just drop it in. Okay, so you saw that there was a milled area, a machined area there, so yeah, you can't go left hand on this. Come on. Coax you in place here. Now we got it. Okay, it shouldn't be off. No, it's not. It looks good. Did I, oh baby, did I get you too hard? Ooh, yeah, I got a little vicious on that. Okay. Okay, let me see. That's a very minimal flipper tab. I think it's going to do that to you. But, I mean, it's snappy. But the detent's a little more aggressive than a lot of flippers. You know, detent scale. It's a solid 5.5, you know, 5.7. I don't know. It's not wicked ass, but it's letting you know it's there, which probably a good thing. There's a lot of guys like, you know, especially there's no other way to open this knife. You don't have a cutaway, you don't have thumb studs, and if you did, this would be too much detent. But since this is it, that's okay. Okay, that wasn't difficult at all. Whew. I mean, definitely no play in the detent. Phew. Bank. Yeah, it's pretty right there on that detent. You don't have to worry about that. And flipper tab is appropriate, though. I wouldn't want it any taller. But yeah, it's going to make it to where you're going to dent your finger. Because, yeah, that's a pretty good pull to get that out. But you're not going to half-ass it, that's for sure. It's going. When it goes, it's going to go. Take care, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And you know what we do? We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.